Hello everyone, welcome back to Best T-shirt Designs. So today I'm going to work on another T-shirt design project. So this was from my Fiverr client. So I'm going to show you how to work on client projects. So as you can see, this is the brief here, and the title they gave is Embrace the Journey, and the T-shirt design is inspired by the idea of personal growth and the journey of life. The design should evoke a sense of adventure, positivity, and mindfulness. So, target audience is young adults aged 18 to 30 who are passionate about self improvement, travel, and embracing new experience. So, this is a very detailed kind of brief. Like most people will send you something like this only, and you need to continue from here. And in this case, this client sent me a detailed design. Maybe they use ChatGPT to come up with this brief, and they are here explained everything they want. So a stylized mountain range with a winding path leading to the peak. The path should have markers or signposts symbolizing different stages of the journey. Supporting elements are incorporate elements like rising sun, clouds, and birds at depth and a sense of upward movement. So this is the overall idea for this design, and the text is embrace the journey. We are going to use this text for this design, but the theme here is we need to come up with a design like this. So a stylized mountain range with a winding path. So that means we need to create a mountain range. We need to create a path that is going on top of the mountain, something like that, and some signpost. Maybe we can add that later, but this is the overall idea. So for working on a Fiverr client project, that means if you are working on Fiverr, you cannot just go to free pick and take some vectors from there. Let's say I need to create some mountains or a mountain range. So the easiest way is you can go to free pick and take some mountain vectors. But that is not the proper way of working on Fiverr, because if the client find out that you took this vector from free pick, they can report you, or maybe they can cancel that order, because they are paying us to create original designs for them, not for taking some other designers work and put them in their design. So we can give that prompt to ChatGPT, as you can see, and it will give us a design like this. Now this is just an image, we cannot use it as the final design, but we can use this to make the base of our design. As you can see, the mountain range and the path here is looking really good. So I'm going to illustrate that to use in my design, and then I will make some changes to the other areas. So this is the image here. I am going to just make vector out of it. So as I said, I am working for my Fiverr client. So in that case, I cannot just trace it. I need to illustrate it in vector format. So I'm going to turn down the opacity of this image so that I can clearly see, and now I can simply go to lock and selection. So this is now locked. Now I can use my pen tool, I can use my pencil tool. So let's use pencil tool for now. I'm going to change the color to black, and then I'm going to just illustrate. I'm going to just draw these shapes. So just like this, I'm going to draw the black part of the graphic like this. So this is not being a very perfect example. I'm doing it roughly with my mouse, so that is fine. This is not something we need to follow 100%. It can be something similar. So as you can see, this is really easy to create a design like this. Now for this area, I will add the path later. So I'm just illustrating or making the mountain range right now, something like this. So as you can see, I have the mountain range kind of like this. I can now make some lines like this just to give it a feel that it is. Now you can take your time, make it exactly like the image, but that is not really important here because nobody is asking for that exact image. So it is just for the mountains. So as you can see, now I have a cool looking mountain range. We don't need to take it from free peak or anywhere. We can simply just use it like this. So this is the step one. Now the for the path here, I am going to use my I can use my brush tool. I can simply take my brush tool. I can simply draw a path like this, and then this is a brush tool, so it is going to apply this 5-point stroke. But I'm going to take this basic brush from here, and with that brush selected, okay, so maybe I will do it one more time because I am not satisfied with the result. So it should come up like this. Okay, not like that, something like this. So this is good, and I wanted to go to all the way to the top of the mountain, something like that, and that is fine. Now I am going to change it to the basic brush. Maybe I can increase the size, but the thing here is, as you can see in the original image here, the path is being narrower at the top and wider at the bottom, so we can do that. And for doing that, we need to press shift W, that is for the white tool. You can find it here, and with white tool I can simply select any path. Like if I, okay, let me show you. If I bring my mouse here, cursor here, as you can see, it is showing me this plus sign and this anchor point. So with this anchor point and the plus sign, if I click and drag here, it is going to make this area wide. And once we are widening one side of the of any line, it is going to automatically make the other side narrower. But we can do it manually like this. So something like this, maybe I will make it like this, and this is how it is going to look. So the path is looking a bit different from the example, but that is fine. Now I need to keep it as it is for now, and for this area I am going to add some this kind of tree shapes, as you can see here. So the overall design should be inside a circle. That is not, it's not like it should be, but we can put it inside a circle. That will make it look better. So maybe something like this. Maybe I will just bring it here to match the circle, something like this. Or we can do one more thing, that is we can take a rounded rectangle from here, and this rounded rectangle we can adjust it with our example, because that is what we are following right now. So maybe I will just select, okay, so it is a rounded rectangle. So if we make these corners like this, it is going to make it rounder. But okay, let's make it like this. Okay, you will be able to see. So this is how it is looking, and I'm happy with that. So this is going to be the main area of the graphic, and I'm going to just bring it here. Okay, so for this area I can simply use some random shapes. I'm going to do that with my rectangle tool. So for here, for this area, I'm going to, okay, I'll do that later. So just I'm taking a shape that is like this, maybe bring some copies, and that is good. So this is the shape, and I want to match it with my, with these lines here. So as you can see, this is how it is looking. That is good for me. And I'm going to add some more shapes in this area. So this is going to be the shape 1, and then I'm going to bring some more like this, just some random shapes, nothing to be, okay, something like this. Now I am selecting these 4 shapes, and I'm going to align them or distribute the space between them, so that will make it look like this. And this is the overall design. So for the design here, we need to do some tricks. Let me show you. So I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to press Ctrl B. That will paste our design in the background. So, and I'm going to group it. Also these shapes, cut it, paste it back, make it group. So these are now in the background, and these mountains and this path is now in the foreground. So let's change the color. So this is how it is looking right now. Don't worry, I am going to select this shape. I'm going to cut it, then I'm going to press Ctrl F. So that will paste my shape on top of everything. If I change the color, you will be able to see. So as you can see, now my yellow shape is on top of everything. So I'm going to select this one and this one. Then also this one, this rounded rectangle shape. Now if I right click and make clipping mask, it is going to give me a perfect clipping mask like this. So this is how it is looking, but this is on top. So right click, arrange, and send to back. This is how it is looking right now. So I am going to, okay, so I can select all of it, except this clipping mask, and as you can see here, that is selecting my path and the mountain only. So let's cut it. Now here I am going to paste it inside the clipping mask. So this is how it is looking. I am going to expand. This is a stroke right now, as you can see. So I'm going to expand it, and expanding it will make it like look like this. So here I want to change. I want to bring the colors from here, because the requirement was here to earth tones such as greens, browns and blues to reflect nature. So that's why I need to use that colors. But you can go to swatch panel, and from here you will find different swatches like this. You can see the neutral colors here, earth tones here. With the earth tones you will find earth colors like this, so you can use them from here too, but let's use it from the image itself. So I'm going to make some copies. I'm pressing Ctrl D. So I am going to extract those colors from here. That is good. Maybe one from here and then this one, just to show you. I'm just showing you how to work on a client project, so it doesn't, I mean, if I just copy it 100%, that is also not a problem, because this is not the final design. So final design will be, as you can see, there are some spelling mistakes here. This is not perfectly done, or this is just an image. Nobody can use it, but we can make it better. So let's go inside this group where I can select them individually. So maybe I'll just pick these two to use that color, and then this color. So maybe this is the one, then here, just like this. So this is how it is looking, nothing to worry about. And from here I need to, okay, so I need to do some modifications, as the path is coming from here. So I can simply just add some random lines there, but I want everything it to be on top of everything, so something like this. Now this is not looking very good for these areas, but I will fix that in a bit. So as you can see, this is how it is looking, and I don't want this part of the graphic or inside the mountains to be visible. So I am going to simply just take my pencil tool. You can use it with your pen tool if you are not good with the pencil tool and mouse. I'm just making a random shape, and this shape I'm going to send it to the back, not exactly on the back. Maybe I will arrange and, sorry, not forward, bring forward, and something like here, or maybe I can cut it, select this shape, select everything in black, and then press Ctrl B, but I will make it this color. Okay, so this shape, this green shape, I don't want it like this. I want it to align with my this shape. So we are inside a clipping mask, so we cannot select it here and use our shape builder tool to erase it. So to fix that, I am going to select this one, and I'm going to select this one, cut it, and then get out of the group or clipping mask and press Ctrl F here. Then it is going to place like this. So now if I select this two, I can simply remove this part using shape builder, and once it is done, I am going to select them again, cut them, and then inside here I am going to press Ctrl B. So as you can see, this is how it is looking, and that is perfectly fine. And this is the original design part, that is how it is made. So we need to make a sun here. I will just make it like this, just to make it align with the, okay. Okay, so I need to place it in the center, so I can use this rectangle as the guide, and now this is the center position. So this is how it is going to look or going to be. I'm going to create an offset path. So maybe I'll just make it a little bit smaller, make an offset path just like this, cut it, and now I'm going to select these groups, open transparency, press Ctrl F here. So this is how it is going to look. Make sure that it is 100% black, like this. It is done. Now I am going to select these groups, these mountain range, create the offset path for it. So in some cases, if we create offset path, it creates some spikes like this. So to fix that, make it round and then okay. So I'm going to cut it again, then I'm going to select this one. So let's put a color for that for now. Open transparency and then press here. So make sure merge and unite, that is going to make it look like this, and then I'm going to make it 100% black. That is how it is looking, but as you can see some part of it is visible from here. So just make a shape like this. So I am selecting this to shape. I am inside the transparency, so maybe you will not be able to see, and copying this. Again, I am going to select this shape inside the transparency. I will press Ctrl F. So that is how it is going to look. So as you can see, now I have a clear line that is separating my clouds and mountains, something like that. So this is how it is looking. Now for this area, this mountain range and this shape, cut it. Now press Ctrl F here. Now I am out of the clipping mask. Now I can use my shape builder tool to erase this part from here. As you can see, we cannot do it inside the clipping mask, so that is why we need to make it look like this. Anyway, just cut it again and then again go back inside the clipping mask, and then I'm just pressing Ctrl F here. So this is how it is looking, but I want my path to be on top of everything, so let's arrange, bring to front. This is how it is looking. For this one here, I am going to use it. I'm going to select it, this two, cut it, press Ctrl F here again using shape builder to erase this part. So cut it again, go inside the clipping mask. Okay, so I'm making it a bit complex because this is a advanced design. So I wanted to show how that's done. Now from here I want to make it like a gap like this on top of everything. So I can simply just make it, let's say, black for now, and this is how it is looking. But if I create a offset path for it, so it is going to look like this. Cut it. Now here I'm going to paste that offset path on top of this is how it is going to be. And then from here on the mountain I am going to, okay, so I can do it like I will need to do one time for the mountain, one time for the green shape, one time for the sun, one time for the background. So that is not important, that is not necessary. So I can select everything except this path here, and then I can make them a group. Now I can simply select this group and paste that shape one time here, and this is how it is going to look. So as you can see, now I have this path going on top of the mountain and it is coming back to this area, something like that. That is fine. So what I can do here is I can simply use my brush tool to draw a shape just like this. Now I can cut this one, then insert, paste it here, and in some case there can be like I need to smooth the path a little bit, so I can use my smooth tool, smooth it like this. And once I am satisfied with it, I am going to just use my white tool. Okay, so I need to make it the basic brush, then I can use my white tool just like this, just to make the road line like the example. So this is looking good. I can go to a stroke and then dashed line. This is how it is going to be. I don't want that much, just like this, and then maybe I can make it the round shape. So this is the road style. Now I'm going to expand it. So this is now just a shape. Make sure everything, whenever you are working with transparency, make sure that everything is in complete black. So for this one I am going to make it like this. So this is the shape, this is the path color. So I have only this black shape here, this black color here, and I don't want it, I want it to be a transparent design. So I can simply just cut it, this, select this shape, open transparency, paste it here. Now make sure it is 100% black, so rest is fine. So as you can see, this is how it is looking. It is not looking very good, but don't worry, once we put a black background for our graphic, as you can see, so now it is going to look like this. So as you can see, this is how it is looking, this is how our final design is looking, and there is no black in our design. If I change the color to, let's say, this is going to be the shirt color of my design, and the design is going to look like this. So if I change the shirt color, it is going to remain the same, and the blacks that were supposed to be blacks, those areas that were supposed to be black is going to be filled with the color of the shirt. So let's just keep it like this. Okay, so this is the final design for now, and I need to add some text here. So I'm going to add the text that is embrace the journey. Just for now, embrace the journey. So I have two areas here. I can put something there to fill the areas. Maybe I will add some tree shapes there. So you can go to, you can search like this, tree silhouettes. You will find different images like this. So maybe I'll search like pine tree, or maybe you can search for let's say mountain trees or something like that, and then I will find different images like this is totally fine. This is just an image. I am going to copy this one. There is no copyright in it because we are not using or selling this image as it is. We are just making a version of it to use in our design. So something like this, just as a small part of our design. So maybe I will use it here, but let's cut it and select this group. Inside the transparency, I am going to place the trees. So something like this. It is already in black. Something like this, just to give it a forest or a look of a forest. Okay, so I don't want any areas to be visible from the this area, so that is fine. Now this is how it is looking, and you will be able to see this is how it is. Okay, let's try to fill those areas. So I'm going to just bring it here, something like this, maybe just a little bit gap, and then this is how it is looking. So that is good, but we need to do some modifications because as you can see, this shape is not looking quite good on that area. So maybe something like this, that cut it, selecting this group and then press it here. So make sure it is 100% black, just like this. That is fine. And for the trees here, I am going to adjust it a little bit, something like this. Just like this. I wanted to keep the path here because that is a important part of the design. Otherwise this part is not necessary, but they are placing the text here, embrace the journey. I am going to place the text in the bottom of the design, embrace the journey. And that is because I want to keep the journey kind of here. So anyway, I can select something like the font. I have a font that is bold, bare, rustic. So this is a kind of a square looking font because I want it to look like a distress font. It is outdoor design, so that is really important. So maybe I'll just bring it here. And then for this journey text, I can use a script font. I have some scripted fonts. So let's use this one. Journey. Yeah, this one is looking good. Embrace the journey. Just like this. So maybe I will use this color. Anyway, so this is I'm going to outline the text because we don't need to keep it as fonts. So this journey part, I'm going to just make a place it something like this, make a offset path for it, not that much, something like just a bit, cut it, select this group, press Ctrl F here to paste inside the transparency and make it 100% black. So as you can see, this is how it is looking. Embrace the journey. And for the example here, there are some birds flying around, so we can do some quick birds. Just take an ellipse, place it like this using shape builder. I can erase this part, rotate it, Ctrl C, Ctrl F, Ctrl, okay, so Ctrl F, and then right click transform and reflect. So reflect is going to give me something like this. Just place it here. Again, select this two and delete this part. So this is my bird. I'm going to unite it, and then I will be able to place it something like here. Okay. So I want to place it inside the transparency. So I'm going to go inside the group and then place it here. Make sure it is black. Just like this. Maybe another group here or in this area. So that is fine. So this is our final design. You can work like this for your Fiverr client. You can generate the ideas from ChatGPT. Nothing to worry about that. And that's it for today's video, guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I will try to answer them. And thank you for watching.